You know that feeling when you walk into a room and the air just feels heavy? Like you've stepped into a conversation that stopped 3 seconds before you open the door. Being an overthinker in a world full of reckless, impulsive peers is honestly one of the most exhausting hurdles a person can face. It's a silent, internal weight that most people will never have to fully carry. And because of that, it's an issue only a select few truly understand. Some people can just walk through life, catching a stern look from a stranger and forgetting it by the time they hit the next sidewalk crack. But for people like us, we don't just see the look, we decode it. We analyze the micro expressions, the tone, the history. We overanalyze every single aspect of our existence because, for a lot of us, that hypervigilance is exactly how we learn to survive. It usually starts young. It's rarely just a quirk. It stems from trauma or a specific defining moment that cements a child's personality for life. For me, it was how I navigated relationships back in school. If you've been on this channel for a while, you know the deal. I was never the friend who actually fit in. I was always the second option, the forgotten friend, the placeholder while they waited for someone better to arrive. I can still remember the exact layouts of the rooms I had to walk into, filled with those quote-unquote friends, because every time I was in their presence, I couldn't just be. I had my guard up like a shield. I analyzed every single moment because I felt like I had to be on top of my game just to earn a seat at the table where I wasn't even truly welcome. I had this crushing realization that if I didn't overthink, if I didn't stay 5 steps ahead of the social dynamics, then I'd end up being the guy they all laughed at when they were sitting around drinking, talking about that one guy we used to know. That was always my biggest fear. Being the person people trash behind their back because they weren't man enough to say it to my face. And if we're being honest, that is a specific brand of pain that no one prepares you for. No amount of schooling, no advice from parents, and no life experience makes that realization hurt any less. When you're looking someone in the eye, someone you thought had your back, and you realize they are just an enemy in a very thin disguise, it's gut-wrenching. It's a betrayal of your reality. And the hardest part isn't even the betrayal itself. It's the theater of it all. They think you don't know. They keep up the fake conversations, the hollow laughs, and the superficial check-ins because, in their minds, you're just some blind, dumb idiot who's happy to be included. But in reality, your brain is firing at 1,000 miles an hour. The overthinking part of you is just trying to navigate the awkwardness, trying to get through the situation without making it obvious that you see right through their poorly hidden mask. You're trapped in a mental loop of, should I call them out or should I just leave? But instead, you just sit there, absorbing the toxicity. Overthinking is a massive common issue, but here's the catch-22 that no one tells you. The only way to fix it is to work on yourself, but you can't think your way out of a thinking problem. Trying to think your way out of overthinking is like trying to eat your way out of a stomachache. It's fundamentally impossible. You're just adding more fuel to the fire that's already burning you alive. That's exactly why I had to shift my entire focus to the physical. I realized that my mind was a runaway train, and the only way to slow it down was to give it a destination that wasn't a thought. I started working on my body. I used to be someone who genuinely hated the person looking back at me in the mirror. I felt like my physical self didn't represent my potential, and that misalignment fed my overthinking every single day. I felt weak, so I thought like a victim. But through the grueling process of repetitions and the inevitable sting of failure, I learned that I needed a goal that encompassed more than just my mental state. I needed to sweat. I needed to feel the weight of iron because iron doesn't lie to you. It doesn't talk behind your back. It either moves or it doesn't. By transforming my body, the rest of my dominoes in my life started to fall into place. My confidence wasn't a thought anymore. It was a physical reality I could see in the mirror. When you build a body you're proud of, you stop caring as much about the whispers of people who are too scared to speak up. You realize that their opinions are just noise, and you finally have the volume knob in your own hand. Think about the sheer amount of RAM your brain uses when you're wondering if a text message was too short, or if a coworker's hello sounded a bit off. Now imagine taking all that wasted processing power and dumping it into a deadlift, a business plan, or a skill that actually pays dividends. When I started training, I noticed that my brain finally went quiet. For the first time in my life, the background noise of social anxiety stopped because I was too busy focusing on my breathing, my form, and my progress. You see, overthinking is often just a symptom of having too much unused energy. If you don't give your mind a massive, difficult task to solve, it will start inventing problems to keep itself busy. It will pick apart your old friendships. It will dig up traumas from 10 years ago, and it will convince you that everyone is your enemy. But when you are exhausted from self-improvement, when you've pushed yourself to the limit physically, you simply don't have the spare change to spend on wondering what some fake friend thinks about you. We live in a world that rewards the loud and the impulsive, but the overthinker who learns to channel that energy into action becomes a superpower. You have the ability to see things others miss. You have an attention to detail that is unmatched. The trick is to stop using that detail to tear yourself down and start using it to build yourself up. Stop trying to find the logical reason why those people treated you like a second option and start realizing that their behavior was a reflection of their character, not your worth. You were the forgotten friend because you were playing a game that was beneath you. You were overanalyzing them because your intuition was trying to warn you that they weren't your people. But now, it's time to listen to that intuition but stop dwelling on it. Move, act, build. The more you focus on the tangible, physical world, the less power the imaginary, mental world has over you. You don't stop overthinking by sitting still. You outrun it. You outwork it. And eventually, you look back and realize the people you were so afraid of losing were actually the ones holding you back from the person you were always meant to become. Turn that mental noise into physical drive, and just watch how quickly the world changes around you. Thank you for watching.